This 4-step template will help you create a strategy when you submit your VA claims aiming at the 100% mark.
Whiskey 9 Yankee 7 November Golf, over.
Starting with step 1, what you're going to do is take all of your service-connected disabilities and simply look for increases. This is the easiest step of the 4. Let's say you're service-connected for depression at 30%, tinnitus at 10%, lumbar strain at 20%, and left knee and right knee strain at 10% each. What you're going to do is look at 38 CFR and see if you could rate any increases. Let's look at knee strain, as I believe it's the easiest to see an increase for. You can see that to rate 20%, you could be prescribed an assistive device. If you have knee strain and were prescribed an assistive device, submit the increase. It's literally that easy. Step 2 of this is going to be looking at your service-connected disabilities and looking for common secondary conditions. Let's go ahead and take lumbar strain that you have rated at 20%. A very common secondary condition is radiculopathy, or nerve damage to your sciatic nerve. If you experience symptoms of your legs going numb, or they tingle, or they're in pain, the first thing you're going to want to do is talk to your provider, let them know your symptoms, and get a diagnosis. That conversation can look like, hey doc, I have these symptoms, I have a documented back condition, I'm wondering if they're linked together. Step 3 is going to be looking at everything that you could have claimed from your military service, and you'd be surprised at how many things get missed. Here's a personal story that I'll add. In 2020-ish time frame, I went ahead and submitted my VA claims, and I submitted for migraines, and I thought I had zero evidence. I did have a diagnosis, however. At my CMP exam, the examiner asked me if I was seen for migraines while in the military, and I said no. Turns out he had went through my records, and he knew that in 2013, after my deployment from Afghan, he had said, hey, you have a one-line complaint about migraines, and boom, now have the in-service events. I had the current diagnosis, the CMP examiner made the Nexus, and that's how I was able to get migraine service connected. Step 4 is definitely the hardest, and that's going to be looking at your denials. I'm going to link a video in the description that's going to show you how to read your denial letters, but the very first thing you're going to want to do is look at your denial letter and find out why you were denied in the first place. And then you're going to have to get new relevant evidence that combats that decision directly. This is really where you're going to see independent medical opinions and DBQs come into play. And you can also use a DBQ for an increase if you were denied that increase.